Hey, Terry. How are you? You up early? Well, I guess it's not really that early. 7 o'clock, time to get the day started. I hope that everybody's day is off to a fantastic start. Great morning to everybody. It is Thursday, and today is July the 27th. It's like August. Let's just say that. Good morning, Miss Lolo and Gwen and Robert and Cherish and all my friends. Look at you. Robert, thanks for sharing the video. Good morning, Mr. Allen. How are you, sir? How are you? Susan. You know what? I think I need to have a live party, a Facebook live party for my listeners. What do you think? It's just what I thought. But good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, and I'm so excited because I've gotten a lot done. It's been rough, but I've gotten a lot done. And I just wanted to come on and give you a few words. Hey, Miss Peppy, give you a few words of encouragement from the Chronicles of Cree today. It's going to be a great day. I can feel it. And so I'm just excited about life. I don't know how you are, but I don't take any day that I wake up for granted because I know that there are some people who didn't wake up. And so I don't want to take it lightly. And I don't take it lightly when you meet me here. So I want to say thank you. Thank you to those that always share the videos. That really means a lot to me. And I want to say thank you to those who have already gone to my YouTube channel and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to, you killing it, boss. No, I'm trying to kill it like you, Cherish. I'm going to flatten my stomach and get a belly ring. Well, it's the goal. But anyway, I just want to say great morning to you and give you a few words of encouragement to get your day started. And today the topic is, hey, Cree, what do you do? Yeah, I get that a lot. Cree, what do you do? What do you do, Cree? What do you do? And my response is, well, it used to be, well, I do this and I do this and I do this. And I just started naming a lot of the things that I do. Well, I don't do that anymore. I don't do that anymore. Now, when people say, hey, Cree, what do you do? My response is, hey, honey, whatever it takes. That's what I do. Hey, what are you doing now, Cree? Whatever it takes. All right, what do you do? Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. That's what I'm doing. And what don't you do? I don't swim. And I don't do liquid creamer in my coffee. Those are things that I don't do, Cherish. There's a lot that I don't do. But I tell you what, right now it's that whatever it takes attitude. Because when I tell you I am so close to a major goal that I've been trying to reach, I can't even sleep. And it's because I need to be consistent. I need to be relentless. And I need to be a beast at what it is I need to be doing. And so, good morning, Dewana. So I just want to say that, when people ask you, what do? You don't have to give a long list because hopefully what you do is what people see, up and down your timeline on social media. You already know some of the things that I do. I know some of the things that you do. And so I don't go through all that anymore. When people ask, what do I do now? Cree, what do you do? The answer is simply whatever it takes. That's it. You sneaking again. Don't get caught. Don't get caught. Don't get caught, girl. So I just want to say it's just whatever it takes. And the reason why I say whatever it takes is because sometimes it's not going to look like what we planned. It's not going to look like what somebody else's looks like. Thank you for the hearts. Who is that blowing me up with hearts? Thank you. So the thing about whatever it takes is simple. It's not rocket science. You don't need a master's to do it. You don't have to write a dissertation. You don't have to present a proposal. You just have to say it's whatever it takes. And then you go do it. I discovered on, 2017, July, last August 2016, I discovered that if I didn't develop a whatever it takes attitude and develop it really fast, the things weren't going to go so well for me. I had to decide that whatever the goals were that I had set out to do, I was going to have to get on it and I was going to have to stay on it. It started out with Reset Monday. And I did Reset Mondays on my way to work. And I did it every Monday. Then it transformed into this, like over time. I'm just kind of paraphrasing what happened. But now it's the whatever it takes attitude, like magnified, like on 10. And the reason why it's on 10 is because I have to be the one to put it on 10. I have to be the one to make it happen. So when I decided that that is what I needed to do, there were some other things that I needed to put in place. And those things didn't have anything to do with how I felt. Yesterday, I didn't feel really good, but I still had properties to show. I still had people to meet. I still had stuff to do, because your goals don't give a damn about how you feel. They don't care. They're just waiting on you to smash them. They're waiting on you to knock them out. And people who said that you can't do what you're probably currently doing are waiting to see you fall. But see, the best revenge is not to get real cross with them. The best revenge is to just be successful. Yeah. Because when you're successful, good morning, Miss Judy. When you're successful, people go, dang, man, you know what? Well, every time you saw her, she was talking about NutriBurst and NRG. And every time you saw her, she's talking about goals. And every time you saw her, she did it. Yeah, boo, because I ain't stopped. Or because you didn't stop. So when you have people out there, and you do and I do too, who sneak around on your page and they're being really cautious so they don't accidentally like your posts. You have people who will go through all your pictures at night. They'll sit up all night, go through all your pictures, and they have to be really cautious that they don't like it, because if they like a picture that you posted 18 years ago, you know they were snooping on your page. But they don't ever have a post. They don't have anything to say, but they're on your page. They want to know what's going on with you. Gwen, you said that your exes. They are such curious people, those exes are. They want to know how you doing, what you doing. A lot of people are. Well, Gwen, what you doing? Because I know what you used to do. You're not in banking anymore? What are you doing now? Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Because, no, I'm for real, Miss Lolo. Because that's how people are. They want to know so bad how you're able to do what you do. And the reason why they're so freaking curious is because they aren't doing anything. They aren't helping anybody do anything. But they're trying to figure out how you're doing what you do. See, my mother-in-law is one of the smartest people on the planet. Miss Charlotte Perryman. Yes, she is. She's one of the smartest people on the planet. She said, Creed, what can the people say about you when God done already spoke, honey? What can the people say when God done already spoke? I said, nothing. Nothing. Think about it. What can the people, them, they, you know those mysterious theys, we all have them. Well, they say this about you and they say that. What can they say? If God has already spoken over your life, your days have already been determined. He already knows the number of hairs on your head. He already knows because he's already shaped and formed you before you were even a thought. So once he speaks over your life and what's for you, why are we so caught up on what others say? Why? Robert says you have to do whatever you need to do to get wherever you need to be. Heck, who else gonna do it? Show them what you're really capable of. There'll always be nosy haters. They are, and they're my motivators. And I'm sure they're out there. I don't sit down and go, try and do the research to determine who they are, because it doesn't matter. Those are non-factors. But those type of people do strengthen you, and they give you motivation. It's like they're lighting the fire under you, because when you say I can't do something, it just pumps me up, and it makes me want to work and show you that that I can do. Yeah, Dorisha says they can't say nothing. They can just catch that's true. And that's what they need to catch. Because the thing is we've all been predestined to do something. We've all been, our days have been numbered. Our days have been ordered. So if we know that our days have been numbered, and our steps, not our days, but if our steps are ordered and our days are numbered, why would we waste that precious time if it's numbered? See, when it's numbered, you know how many questions it is. When I was a teacher, I would say, number your paper from 1 to 20. We get ready to have a spelling test. Everybody else get 10. Well, in Miss Cree's class, everyone gets 20 vocabulary words. It's not just 10, sweetheart. It's 20. Plus, we need 5 sentences of dictation. So when you number your paper from 1 to 20, you already know how many you're going to have. It's not a surprise to you. Well, in this case, God has numbered our days. So we don't know how many we have. We don't know. So it does need to be the deuces, Dorisha, to anything that goes contrary against what it is you're trying to do. Have you ever sat in the presence of somebody that motivated and moved you so much so until you went home and you got so much work done and that was the most productive day of the week for you because you was around fire, because you was around somebody who was on fire about what it was they were doing, and they talked to you and encouraged you and pumped you up, and now you think, I can do this. And for that moment in time, you're so motivated. But then that person has to go on back to their life. And you have to go back to yours. And you don't talk to them the next day or the next day or the next day. And then you discover that, you know what, I haven't been that motivated since. Les Brown has a motivational video out. I think it's entitled something like Tapping into the Highest Level of Self-Motivation. That's what we have to figure out. Because, thank you, Miss Judy, for sharing the video. I don't understand how we allow people to creep in. And you know what? Yes, I do. Let me take that back. It's subtle. So we don't always see it coming. I can't drown in Lake Ray Hubbard. I see all the water. I'm not getting close. I can't accidentally fall in. I can't accidentally fall off I-30. I see it coming. And if somebody tells you I accidentally fell in Lake Ray Hubbard, they lying. And I need Mark and everybody to investigate, find the people, and prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law because they're lying. They killed me. No. When we don't know what's coming, we have to always be prepared. See, back in the days, the thing I like about God is he doesn't leave you ignorant unless you want to be. When he said that there was going to be a famine in the land, he gave people a warning. That was up to you whether you needed to go and gather food or not. But he told you. Here's the warning again, coming from the book of 66. There's too much drinking water, it sure is. If we know what it is we want to do, and we pull on things from the book of 66 that's evidence and proof that it can already be done, why do we walk in doubt? And why do we allow others to cast shadows over what we know and truly believe? And what I mean by that is, if it's already been promised that if your ways please him, he'll give you the desires of your heart. Y'all went to Sunday school, hopefully, so y'all know these verses too. So like if he said that if your ways please me, I'll give you the desires of your heart. If your ways please me. That's what he said. Then over there he says, in all your ways or in all thy ways, King James Version, acknowledge him and he'll direct your path. So it's like we have all this evidence. We have the evidence. And I brought it from a biblical standpoint because if I say it from my standpoint, you're not going to believe me. But let me see you argue with the book of 66. So that's why I chose to use those references, because if it's already been stated by him, what can people say? Other than ask, well, what do you do? Whatever it takes. What do you do? Whatever it takes. See, people don't want to stay up all night working on stuff, whatever it is you're working on. They don't want to do that. They want to go to sleep. Well, guess what? I do too. But when stuff needs to be done in a timely fashion, sometimes that means foregoing sleep. See, we can sleep when we dead. Right now, we need to be working. We need to be working. You need to work while it's day. How does it end? For when night cometh, no man can work. That's proof. I ain't say it. It's in the book of 66. So you have all these references and all these reminders of how things can truly go for you. Yet and still, we stumble through life not even knowing what it is we ought to be doing. It's July 27th. How many people have their planners out and they're going back to the beginning? And they're saying, well, you know, back. Let's take the second weekend, January. See that? That's work. So, who says, oh, I need to drop some tea off to Tonazera. I need to go see Brooklyn. I need to work on my book. Oh, I got to go tutor in Forney. Oh, I need to plan my week. Or I need to be in Miranda's to do her decorating. Or I need to create my newsletter. Or I need... Who's going back to revisit goals and stuff that you did to see how you're progressing? See, yesterday I talked about stop being stressed out about not making any progress, even if it's small. Be stressed out if you're standing still. See, if you're going to make some progress and it's just a little bit, that's okay. That was just a week in January. See, the second week in January, everybody's gung-ho about their dreams and goals and visions, and life is going to be great, and you're going to lose weight and get in shape. You're going to wear a two-piece this year that you haven't worn in 30 years, but you're going to get to wear a two-piece, and you're going to work on your skin. You're going to drink more water. You're going to eat more fresh fruits and vegetables. You're going to meal prep. You're not going to eat out that much, and that's going to work. And the gym parking lot is going to be full for the first 2 weeks, and then you're going to go back, and it looks like a ghost town. It's the same cycle. It's the same vicious cycle that repeats itself. But how many people are going back to say, you know what, this is what I said. Stop, Gwen. Yes, a two-piece. I got a two-piece, but I've never worn it. I got several of them. But I'm not ready. So, when people are asking you, Cree, Gwen, what do you do? Your response is whatever it takes. Because it's going to take some sacrificing. It's going to take some, I'm sorry, but I really can't go because I need to work on my book this weekend. See, yesterday I was feeling bad. I had to sit down and take a nap. I was just feeling really, really bad. I had a choice. I could say, hey, goals, hold on a minute. I am not feeling well. I need to recharge. I need to get this quick nap in because I just don't feel good right now and I'll be back. Or I could just ditch the goals completely and just not go back and revisit them. And unfortunately, that's what happens to a lot of people. It happens to a lot of people because we abandon ship. It happens to a lot of people because we give ourselves the option of out. We give ourselves the option of I quit. We give ourselves the option of just don't feel like it anymore. It's not in feelings. It's not in feelings. See, marriage is hard. Here's a good example. Marriage is hard. I don't eat cheese on grits ever in life. And I sure don't eat salt and pepper on them. I'm a sugar and butter kind of girl. Mark doesn't eat grits that way. So we have to make grits 2 different ways. But we both like grits. Well, I don't have to lose it when he prepares grits because he knows how I like them now. I don't cook grits as well as he does, so I don't do that. He does. It's a compromise. So it is in life. You have your expectations, you have your goals, you have your vision, you have your dreams, you have all these things you want to accomplish, but you have other things that will compete for your time. Other things that'll say, well, just do it this way. You can do it this way. You can do it this way. Well, no, if it's not conducive to what you're doing, you don't need to be doing it. But even in achieving all this stuff, you just got to develop the attitude that no matter what happens, I can't abandon ship. I can't quit. I got to keep it moving. Robert says it's almost a sin to not take advantage of your God-given. You know what it is? And I just think that God is saddened to the core when he instills those talents and gifts and abilities in us. And we just like, shh, okay, God, thanks, but I don't feel like using that skill. When I grew up, I told my grandmother, I ain't going to church no more. Sunday school on Sundays at 9:45, church at 11 o'clock. You got mission on Wednesdays, choir rehearsal on Thursdays. You got BTU on Sunday evenings after 4 o'clock. You got the Usher board and you got the men's program. You got the Easter program after church. You got evening service at 7. I said, I am churched out. Like, I'm done. I'm checking out. When I get grown, I ain't going. Then I said, and when I get grown, I'm going to bake a cake and I'm going to eat all the batter. You don't never leave any of the batter in the bowl. These were all things that I saw taking place. When I left home, and I had to play the piano for church for free while the other musicians got paid. That devastated me. I said, Mama, wait. They get paid, I know. She said, baby, Jesus is going to pay you later. I said, no. I need him to pay me now. They get paid right now. I don't get paid. And I wasn't allowed to accept the money. So I had to play for free. All right. I said, when I get grown, I'm done. I ain't doing none of that. Got 18, moved out. Guess what I needed to do? Make some money. So I figured out, okay, now I need to be finding a church or somebody to play for. Something. I had to bake some cakes or do something. That's what I saw her do. And the gifts made room for me. Although I said I wasn't going. I'm not going back to church. I'm tired. I need to do something else. I had to do whatever it took. Whatever it takes. That's what I did. Whatever it takes. Your hustle has to be so strong and so outlandish until people look at you and say, she's lost it. And you go, yep, I have. But soon you're going to picture me rolling with them racks up to my ears. Hey, yeah. You'll see it soon. Yeah. Oh, you baking 2-pound cakes now, boo? You got to save your auntie one. They want it free from you, but they'll pay someone else. Yeah, Lyric. I don't have anything that's free, sweetheart. I don't have anything that's free. My services are worth it. You just might not need to be my client. And I'm not upset when you don't like my prices. I'm not. I say, honey, thank you. But that's just what it costs. You don't say that when you go in there giving the people that own all those beauty supply shops and all the hair. You don't go in there and haggle and negotiate with them with that long hair. Some poor horse has given up so you can look cute for one evening. You don't ask them to lower their price. Don't ask me to lower mine. You better not ask you to lower yours either. I'll get them. You just tell me who they are. No. See, Miss Lola, when I need your treats, it's not, well, honey, I just only have $20. How many pretzel sticks and strawberries can I get? Girl, get out of here is what you need to be saying. I charge this amount of money for strawberries and this amount of money for pretzels. And if you want a basket, I'll give you the price for that. This costs so much. Okay. So does ignorance. Yeah, it costs you. They get mad at me and say I'm supposed to be doing it for Jesus. Lyric, you better tell them Jesus gave you that skill. And if they want to get mad at somebody, get mad at him. People just, I don't know what to say about people sometimes. I don't. Because sometimes people are in a whole league of their own. And it's the truth. It's the truth. So no, when I go to my friends, I go with my money in my hand. Because whatever service they have to offer is worth whatever they tell me it is. Discount. Hook up. You shouldn't even use those words should be snatched from your vocabulario. Nobody asking for no hookup. I'm going to get off of that subject. But anyway, I wish you well today. And I hope that you develop a whatever it takes attitude. And when people ask you, what do? You don't have to go, I do this and I do. They should already know. So your response is whatever it takes. When I was in college, I knew that I was going to have to work because I had a whole husband and a whole kid. Yeah. Not when I started, but later I did. So we did whatever it took so that we could take care of her. And so I wouldn't have loans. So that meant detailing cars, baking cakes, throwing the paper, writing papers, tutoring kids, playing at church. Yeah, 6 streams. And I did it gladly. My baby, I couldn't tell whether she was dirty or was it the newspaper print all over, because we had newspapers all over my Ford Escort GT. Papers rolled up. I taught my baby how to put rubber bands on the paper so I could throw the paper. And we were all just smudgy with black ink, and we were black. But nobody went hungry. We didn't have to live with anybody. I had my own house, my own car. 2 jobs was a bad broad. If you ain't on it, y'all know that song. That's what we did. And it didn't matter to me about what people said. And I had a really close family member who said, you do all that so you can go to school? Girl, get the loan. I said, the word of God says you owe no man nothing but to love him. So no, I don't need to be trying to borrow all that money. So I did that for a while. And yeah, my baby rolled around. She was black in that ink too. But she learned how to put rubber bands and roll papers. But that's why those 2 pieces of paper sitting up there and can't nobody come and say, you are so late on your Stafford loan. You owe Fannie Mae nothing. You owe Freddie Mae nothing. You owe nothing, because I had the whatever it takes attitude. So no, I didn't do that. And for my dear sweet person that I'm talking about, look at me now and look at you, because you were the one who thought it was so funny that I had to do all of that. And I don't mention it to them, and I don't bring it up. I just look at their life and look at my, hey, Lakia, you holding down Clearwater, Florida, boo? Yes, I know you are. So I look at my life now and I look at them. And I say, you know what? If you had that whatever it takes attitude, you wouldn't be crying because your hubby doesn't come home. If you had developed that whatever it takes attitude, sweetheart, your children wouldn't be just going amok. They wouldn't be running amok, honey, because you would. You see what I'm saying? So you don't want to put people out there, but I'm just saying these are the type of things that happen when you decide to let the thoughts and opinions of other people stop you from doing what you're doing. Hashtag Cree Unleashed is right, because I wouldn't dare put a name out there. I wouldn't do that. See, you don't get to go and come in my house. And I'm saying you don't get to go and come and do what you want to do. You can be gone 4 days if you want to. Your key won't fit the door anymore. And when people have people in their homes who decide they're going to take extended vacations without you knowing where they are, your significant other, and they come back and the key still fits the door, that's on you. That's on you. You need to develop a whatever it takes attitude and get rid of all that. I'm too old now and my kids. So what people gonna say? Whatever they want. Y'all better tell y'all sisters. So I'm just saying, when you develop the whatever it takes attitude and you look at other people's lives in comparison to yours, the same people that were saying, well, Cree, you ain't got to do all that. Cree, don't take all that. Cree, you don't have to do all that. Go get the money. Go get the money. Go get the money. Go get the money. They want me to go borrow the money with all this interest and all this stuff. No, I decided that I wasn't going to do that. Yeah. So that's why I graduated without loans. Yeah. Oh, no, man, nothing but to love him. That's it. And that's scripture. That's scripture. Owe him nothing but to love him. So whatever business you're in, whatever it is you're trying to do, whether it's a home-based business, you're on the job of your dreams, whatever it is, your X-rated book you're trying to write, your book of poetry you're trying to write, do it to the fullest extent. So that when people look at you, they have an example of what hard work and discipline and sacrifice looks like. Don't allow people to waste your time twice. I'm going to talk about that one day. Don't allow people to waste your time twice. You have work to do, and so do I. And life is short, and then you die. Live life so full until you die empty. I said it the other day. The Grim Reaper, baby, is coming for all of us. He's coming. Are you ready? You can't cheat him by living out extra days because your days have been numbered. The only way to cheat him, or to cheat death, is to live a full life. That's it. That's the only way you can cheat it. Get rid of all I would do it, but I should do it, but I could do it, but I used to, but damn all the buts. Get it out of the way. That's just if you really want to do something. Some people just all talk. Hablando mucho pero diciendo nada. Doing all the talk. Talking a lot but you ain't saying nothing. That's what that means. Hablando mucho pero no está diciendo nada. That's what that means. So you got to figure out how to let your gifts make room for you and develop that whatever it takes attitude so that when people come at you, you don't have to give a whole long elaborate speech. I love elevator speeches because when you meet people, it gets to you get to know in a short amount of time what they do. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Give me a short speech about what you do. Mine has gotten even shorter. What do you do, Cree? Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Today is Thursday. The weekend is almost here. We get the same number of hours in a day. Same number of days in a week. Same number of days in a year. Same number of seconds. How are you going to use yours? How are you going to use it? What are you going to do with the time? Nobody enjoys sleeping and watching Netflix more than me. You can't. That's the ultimate turn up for me. But I can't turn up when I got work to do. When duty calls, I have to answer. See, duty calls you too. And you have to answer. You don't have to. It's an option. But do you answer? And when you answer, do you do it to the fullest extent? Do you do it with every ounce of your being? Good morning, Miss Yolanda. Miss Jazz, I wish I had somebody to put me up on my game about loans and Sallie Mae before I went to school. And you know what? Jazz, that's sad. And it's not your fault, sweetheart. But we only give our children information that we know. Parents do the best that they can. And sometimes it's just that we don't always know. See, when I learned about loans, I was in school. And when I learned about loans and they started talking about interest, see, I'm not a math scholar. But I understand interest. And I understand that if you don't pay it off, what happens? So I decided, no. I 15 job, call me Jamaican, call me whatever. And that's just what I did. So we have to educate our children and we have to do a better job at teaching them that, you know what? That's why it's important to be smart. That's why it's important to go hard. That's why it's important not to give in to kids when they want to say, I don't want to be in tech, I want to go to PE. You'd rather be in PE than tag? Like, for real? And your mom says it's okay? That's why you need scholarship money. Scholarship money helps out too. And so we have to instill that stuff in our children young. But again, it's not your fault because you can always go back and you know what? Nothing, Jazz, has happened in your life that hadn't happened in anybody else's life. This is not how it works. And so you can always go back. You can always finish. Like you have time. You can finish. You just got to say that that's what you want to do and go do it. And I saw Maddie and I saw that it was her birthday. She's growing up, so give her a hug for me. But I'm not going to take up any more of your time. Duty calls. It's time to go. It's time to get the work done. I have a daycare that I need to go to. And that's it. And then I have a lunch date today. And so I need to get out of here. But I wish you well. Today is Thursday. Make it count. Have the most productive day than you've had all week. Make it today. Get a lot of stuff done. Check those things off your to-do list. And then I like to draw a line through mine and write the word done and underline it 3 times. It makes me feel so good. Yes, it does. So happy Thursday to you. I want to see everybody at the top. I want to see everybody at the top because the bottom is too crowded. It's where 97% of the people are. I say it every single day. It's where 97% of the people are. They're steeped in mediocrity and they're happy being there. And they want you to stay there too because they want company. You got to get out. You got to move around. You just got to be so uncomfortable and so irritated until you say, I got to move on up. Where the 3% are. Don't worry about how they got there because they've left clues. They've left tips. But sometimes it's in a book. You got to pick it up and read. Yeah. You know what they say about us. Don't let it be true. You want to hide anything from us, just put it in a book. Don't let that be your story. I want to see everybody at the top because the bottom is too crowded. I want to see everybody on the beaches of the world. That's the only place we want to be stretched out because the world continues to rotate, whether you're standing on top of it or stretched out under it. You get to decide where you want to be. I don't want to be stretched out on anything but the beaches of the world, where Sir Dwayne Johnson himself and Idris Elba, those two are going to be in cahoots to see who can bring me the most Mai Tais. And I'm just going to be in such awe watching them figure it out while Mark applies the oil to my back. Yeah, Mark is going to be applying the oil to my back. They're going to be bringing me the Mai Tais. Yeah, from TGI Fridays. They're going to go get them and come back with them. And we're going to be standing there and they're going to be fanning. But we're going to all be stretched out, hopefully, on those beaches. But I love reading too, Lakia. I love it. I love it, and I love doing the audibles in the car. But I love reading. I love books. I do. So, anyway, I do wish you well. I want to see everybody at the top. The bottom is too crowded. I want you to make it a fantastic Thursday and make a difference in somebody else's life, okay? Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.